Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Expert Walkthrough for Bloodborne. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and today we are going into a place called Hemwick Charnel Lane. It is no joke. It is one of the more difficult places in the beginning of the game, and it can give you a lot of trouble if you aren't prepared. So, naturally, before we head into our designated area, it is imperative that you equip yourself with the necessary tools in your inventory. I have pebbles here for silently pulling enemies one by one, the monocular, so that I can zoom in on areas and show you what you're in for before we actually set foot there, the Molotovs for taking out groups of enemies that are bunched together, the Hunter's Bone, obviously, for ascending to Super Saiyan 2, the throwing knives, again, for pulling, but more so for doing damage while I pull, just in case it has uses, and then the fire paper as a precaution for groups of enemies that need to die very fast. The added fire damage will definitely help, especially on something with spread, like the threaded cane. So, don't forget, you have a second hotbar up here. You press right on the touchpad in order to bring this menu up. This is where I keep the lantern for dark places, as well as the antidote, so that I always have quick access to this. The enemies in this game can be poisonous without you knowing. Sometimes the game will throw poisonous enemies out of nowhere that you weren't expecting. So it's good to keep your antidotes in this bar, if not on your initial hotbar down here. So, I don't want to go into this place with a lot of blood echoes, so I'm going to spend the remainder of my blood echoes on one level. I'm going to take my skill up, because I want my skill to stay relatively even with strength and arcane. So that would be the best decision for now.
Farewell, good mate.
And that'll do it. So we are heading into this place with a +5 to nitrous, and I have the threaded cane +4 as my secondary weapon. And then we also have the Ludwig's rifle. Again, I'm not upgrading the firearms unless they're special, like the flamethrower, and they have good scaling in my stats. Flamethrower has a D scaling in arcane. It's not very helpful, but the fire damage is just crushing. It's very useful. We will be ditching the flame sprayer for Rosmarinus later, which is the same exact weapon, but with arcane damage instead of fire. It scales the B in arcane, I believe. We'll get that later, though. So Hemwick Charnel Lane is going to be at this second headstone. Okay, this place can be very, very nasty. My first trip through here, during my first playthrough, was kind of questionable. I think I was a little over-leveled when I went there, but certainly not this time. So, believe me when I say it'll give you a run for your money, if you're not prepared. If you have the right items and you know what to expect, it's pish-posh. Okay. So like I said, all the enemies here are crazed women. This one crying right here, she will stand up and start attacking you. She's not whimpering for no reason. Look, the instant they see you, you are in for it. Okay, we attack one, it aggroes the other. Look at that, where'd that little sickle come from? Stab her in the face. Okay, they drop blood vials, which is useful. You're probably going to be using a lot of those here. Now, again, pebbles, throwing knives, you know, whatever you want to use in order to keep them away from numbers. They're not a problem by themselves. As you can see, we're two-shotting them with our weapon. It's doable. But in numbers, they can be difficult. It'll go from, wow, this is easy, to, oh my god, they're killing me, in an instant. So 2 of them usually isn't that bad. But if you're paying attention, I know you saw this one patrolling over here. Look behind the pile of headstones. She should come out of the left side. There she is. She's got a weapon that's on fire. It's like a scalding iron pitchfork type weapon. It hurts. She can kill you in about 3 hits with that thing if you're not careful. So make sure she's not around when you pull these 2. There we go. Now, I do love how fast this thing is. Alright, bullets 2. So now you can safely loot this item. Arrgh, I don't want to go around to get it. Could've just got it from right there. But no. Give it to me! There. Ah! There she is. Oh, you're not the one with... There she comes. This is the dangerous one. One has the one that has the hot iron weapon. I can outrange them with this, no problem. Just don't get hit by her. She's bad. See what I mean? Look at that damage. Woo! Gotta be real careful against her. There we go. Another bloodshot eyeball. Not necessarily important to us right now, but later for chalice dungeons. Get this nifty twin bloodstone shards. Those are the items I was mentioning in the other video. I thought they were near the lantern, but they were just a little further into the level. So right here, there is an NPC. Now this NPC can pop up in different places depending on when you talk to them.
Do you hear the graveyard murmurs? Then it's almost time. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Now, in my opinion, that voice acting was terrible. Like, that laugh was so fake and strange, it hurts my ears.
Do you hear the graveyard then?
Okay. Get this madman's knowledge. That NPC can actually be a guy, depending on when you come here in the game. If you come here later, it won't be a crazy woman. It'll be a guy who will give you an item. But that guy that I'm talking about, he's going to be in a different spot for us in this playthrough. He'll be in the Cursed Forest, I believe. Now this, obviously... Why would it be? Why would it be? It never is on the first try. We've learned this by now. So we have to make it work. We have to find out what we must do to make that shortcut usable. So that was the first set of enemies. We cleared them, no problems. We got hit a couple times, big deal. But it's about to get a lot trickier. So this second area, you've got enemies patrolling right here. They're up there on the cliff. There's a hammer woman. I call her Hammer Time. You're going to know why. And then you've got another one with the hot iron weapon and a dog coming at us. This is where pebbles and stuff come in handy. I'm going to switch to fast mode with this so I can take the dog out with ease. Now you can Molotov them. No problem. The dog decided to be a little more agile, which is fine. You know, whenever he's going to die anyway. Alright. So, they want you to go for that item right there, the trap. See that? She immediately ran up to the cliff. You've still got Hammer Woman back there too. You're going to have to be cautious about how you approach this. She looks like she has a melee weapon because she does. But she's not going to use that. As soon as you set foot in her line of sight, she's going to start throwing Molotovs at you. What you want to do is you want to start running for these stairs over here, the ones closest to you. You don't want to go for the far stairs down there because there's a brick troll ahead, and he will aggro the instant he sees you. So you're going to have Molotovs being thrown at you from the side and a brick troll in front of you. So I'm going to go ahead, snag this real quick, use the tree, obviously to my advantage. Okay, now I'm going to run for the stairs. Now, the reason I say run for the stairs is because you've got cover now. She can't hit you. There's Hammer Woman. Get her attention. Now, these enemies, they are not damage resistant. They have no form of poise or physical resilience, so you can interrupt all their attacks with your own. There is no hyper armor here. Now, she is not the smartest. She'll lose sight of you the instant she misses a couple times. This is where you can give it back to her. Score. We got a couple Molotovs. Alright. Now, Mr. Brick Troll is right up there. And look down on the sides and make sure I don't miss any items. Okay, we should be good for the first half of this spot. Here's the next part. You've got another firebomb, well, not a firebomb, a Molotov. You've got another Molotov cocktail woman. So pull him down here. She's going to be right past that second tree up there. Okay, now parrying with this weapon is interesting because there is, like they said, the reload speed. The recovery time is a bit strange. You're not going to land all your viscerals with this weapon. You can use it if you want. I never really mentioned my recommendation for firearm, but it's kind of late. This is part 10, but if you want a real recommendation on a firearm, I would say go with the Hunter pistol. It is the easiest to use if you intend on doing a lot of visceral attacks. Okay. Let's go over here, get this item. I don't know what just died, but we have more twin bloodstone shards. Okay, there she is. So we don't have the big guy to worry about. We just have her. And kill her in the most brutal fashion we possibly can. So this, you can see the lever already. I'll give you one guess. What do you think it says? Closed by a device. We are not new to this. So now the objective is to find how to get to the other side of that, and we also have a shortcut that we need to operate. So if you didn't immediately go around the side and follow the wall right there, you would end up going right here and seeing it from here and dropping down. That's the item that we picked up. Okay, so instead of just going down the path that's given to you, this is where you really want to take advantage of exploring your surroundings. Like, there's a reason that you can walk off onto the side here, right? A little bit of foreshadowing. There's an enemy right here that's going to run out from the side, scare the crap out of you, and also do damage. Another brutal slaying. Okay. Crows. Crows are no big deal. They're not new to us. Again, they only attack in one direction, stay out of their way, and you're good. And if you're faster than them, they go down like just... I really don't have to say how easy they are at this point. This one is pretending to be dead. And you've got a pile of them over here. This is where your Molotov is really going to come in handy in this level. Aim for the one that's kind of in the center. Look at that. You know what they say, 2 birds with 1 stone. That was like 5 birds with 1 Molotov. And more pebbles. So this is the shortcut. I know what you're thinking. Well, that was quick. Already at the boss? No, not even close. But just in case you die at this point, which it's definitely possible, because this part right here is going to give some people very hefty amounts of trouble. This bridge right here, you should know this by now. This is a soul game. Bridges are bad. Bridges means absolutely inconvenient enemies that are going to try to kill you with gravity. They're going to try to use the fact that you're on a bridge against you. Let's try to get into the mind of the developers. What are they thinking, right? Push somebody off the edge. A gravity death. That's what Hammer Woman does. I don't know how she saw me right there, but check this out. Well, this is a hot iron woman. But what this woman does is she will try to push you off the edge. You notice how our very first encounter with one of them, she shoved me. She didn't actually hit me with her weapon. She flattened it and tried to push me. And my god, they are ugly. But that's what she's going to try to do right here. There's a reason that there's a little gap right here in these headstones. You're going to run here, not see her coming towards you at full tilt, and she's going to try to shove you off, and you will fall to your death into that ravine of gray nothingness. So this should be bone marrow ash. Boom. We have 10 of those now. 7 of them went to our box because you only have 10. The game is telling you to be smart right here. It wants you to equip bone marrow ash to your gun so that you can waste this guy. Let's go ahead and do that. Just so I can show off the difference in damage. Alright. Don't fight this guy on the bridge. Don't do it. Just get his attention and have him come back over here. So, normal shot. Nothing, right? That was with Bone Marrow Ash. That did a lot. And mind you, that was from the same distance, so... Get back to my fire paper. Okay. Now this part right here is nasty. You've got an initial woman right here. You have to get her attention and aggro her. Yup. Molotovs. Of course. Why wouldn't there be? Now, she's really easy to cheese. And she's gonna sit there and throw Molotovs. You can do throwing knives. Well, whatever. As soon as she sees me again, I'll try to peg her with one. I don't want to throw them while they're moving. Oh, come, get out of there. Get out of there. You're pissing me off, lady. Yeah. There we go. She's in a good spot though. Oh, come on. There we go. So get rid of her. But there is an immediate enemy that is going to be sleeping on the side. And if you take advantage of the monocular, if you continue to use it, see that little bit of movement right there? Oh yeah. That is a dog. That is a thing. It is moving, it is breathing, it will attack you as soon as you set a certain amount in. That dog is going to come rushing out of the darkness, startle you beyond all reason, and you're going to get hit. So, right here, you've got an enemy. She's sitting down. She's going to attack you. She's going to stand up and get you from behind. You're going to set so far in, that dog is going to aggro and hit you from the front. You're going to turn around and she's going to be hitting you from the back. It's a nasty, nasty trap. So, take her out. And then the dog is all yours. Knock the dog down and make him see some stars so I can finish him off. Now the guns, they obviously don't do any kind of bonus damage to the dogs. The dogs have naturally low health, but it does send them flying, which is awesome. Now you're probably wondering why these piles of hay stink, right? They literally look rank. That's because there's bodies in them. It stinks because there are corpses. I'm going to equip this so you guys can see a little bit better. Man, this place is disgusting. Now there's a scrambler nearby. There are 2 scramblers in this level. And I really, really don't want to miss him. I know he's here somewhere. He's like really close. I can... There he is! Oh, man. God, I can't wait to rewatch that part. Literally staring 10 feet in front of him, and he was right there. That was funny. We get another bloodshot eyeball. We're going to find a lot of these in here. And when you fight the boss, you're going to realize why there are so many. We already read the description. It's an exquisite eyeball removed quickly after death, or perhaps even before, used to unlock the seal of the old labyrinth's hinter tombs. Yeah, when you see the boss, you're going to know the significance of eyeballs in this place. It is slightly disturbing. Okay, so let's head back here. Since we went running after the scrambler, it's going to distract you from turning around and seeing this path over here. This is directly over the entrance, where that initial dark room is where the ambush was. Take it nice and slow right here. Because, I mean, it's not like you're going to lose health if you fall down, but you don't want to keep redoing it. Hi. Yeah, Mr. Hand Cannon is no problem. If he hits you, obviously it's going to do a lot of damage, but you don't have to worry about that because he can only aim in one direction, and he shoots rather slow. We got an Adept Blood Gemstone. We've only had 50 of those. Okay, this is the one I was talking about. Obviously, I couldn't equip that to any of my weapons because I don't have that shape. Okay, this is what we got, I believe. Thrust attack up plus 7.2%. I will definitely equip that to my cane, since the charge attack is a thrust. And the transformation combo happens to be a thrust. Boom. Okay. Madman's knowledge. Worth. So now we're going to be leaving this dark house. We're going to find yet another nasty trap over here. Multiple enemies. I love this view, though. Look at that. That is Castle Canehurst. And we will be going there. It is... it's a difficult place. That's probably going to be the second most difficult place we hit in this game. The most difficult, obviously, being the Nightmare Mensis. God, fuck that place. Okay, Hammer Woman, right? Gotta get her out here. You know you're faster than her if you're using a threaded cane or something similar. Now, she's not just gonna poke you with the hammer or try to shove you with it. This woman, look at that. The shove doesn't do anything. But don't let it fool you. If she actually uses the hammer and swings it at you with all of her might, you will lose some health. That hammer hits every bit as hard as the hot iron weapon. So over here you've got regular enemies and brick trolls. They are patrolling. So she's got her own little path right there. And then the brick troll has his own little path. She has her own separate path as well. They have different times and it will rotate as you keep watching them. This is what your pebbles and your throwing knives are for. You want to pull with silence. And use range if you've got it. Go ahead and get this guy over here. She's way over there. We don't have to worry about it. Oh, damn it. Come on. I'm doing it too soon. There we go. Arrgh. But it didn't work, obviously. My reload speed was too slow. I'm honestly only using this weapon because it looks cool and it shoots really awesome. Has better range than the blunderbuss. But there really is no perk to trying to parry with it. It actually makes it more difficult. So you don't have to if you don't want to. But I'm using it because I like it. Okay, you've got another Molotov lady over here. And that chick, I always forget, she runs into the fire and does the job for you. Get this dog. Get him out of the way, make sure you are behind the trees when it starts attacking you. That's it, touch the fire, touch the fire. Yeah. Okay, so this is why I said be behind the tree. So you can use it to your advantage. She's going to keep throwing stuff at you, and you get to say, ha ha ha, you can't throw through solid objects. Don't go for that item. She can actually peg you with those things if you go near that, because you're not going to be under the cover of the tree anymore. Don't fall down. I will give you 2 amazing reasons why you shouldn't fall down right here. 1, because there's a chick with Molotovs and a pack of dogs. And I mean, there's literally like 6 dogs down there. There's a lot. The second reason you want to fall down is because you're going to have to go back around. And you don't want to go backwards through that house right there, because there are Yargle Unseen Village hunters down there. Let's get out our monocular. See these guys? The armored Shreks? They're bad. And you know what? They're not the same as the ones we fought so far. These ones are tougher. They have more health, they hit harder. It's bad. So you can, I guess if you have the range, you might be able to hit her through the tree to an extent. But the problem is you don't want to knock her off. By any means. If you knock her off, you're going to have to find a way to kill her from standing up here. You're going to have to waste a throwing knife or a Molotov or shoot her with bone marrow ash. You know, what have you. I'm trying to talk. Would you quit? So you don't want her to survive, because if you don't have a way of killing her without getting down to her, she's going to be a problem while you're trying to get past these enemies. She's going to keep throwing Molotovs at you. So do whatever it takes to kill her in one hit. Whatever. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Let's try this again. I can't believe I just blatantly missed her point blank with all those swings. That was kind of annoying. But you really need to focus on enemy positioning here. There's a reason she's standing right on the edge, because the game wants you to smack her with your weapon, fail to kill her in one hit, and knock her down there so she can continue assaulting you with firebombs while you're fighting these guys or making your way to the dogs. Don't think the dogs won't rush you while you're trying to kill her too. The minute you go to finish her off, you're toast. So more upgrade items. Fantastic. This part right here is basically something out of a horror game. Other corner. Yeah, she comes running out of the corner and it's terrifying. You're never gonna see it coming. Okay. Now, logic does apply to these games. When it comes to enemies that have no kind of resistance physically, you definitely want to go with slash and thrust damage. But when it comes to enemies that are heavily armored and actually have a layer of defense and physical resilience, blunt is what you want. So I'm going to use the Tonitrus against these armored Shreks. So you can if you want, but I don't necessarily recommend withdrawing into this room if this guy overpowers you. You have no room in here, and he can chop through those stairs like nothing. So let's run over here and grab this. Before we engage with either of them, we are opening the shortcut. Just in case anything bad happens, we can get right back over. So, I want to finish this guy off real quick. Oh, come on, do something I can parry. Or that, whatever. Look at that damage, though. Yes, the Tonitrus is nothing to be toiled with. Don't get the attention of the dogs, whatever you do. Make sure you keep these guys over here. You know, peg him with a pebble or a, whatever. Or just make him see you. Either one is fine. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Come on, you're gonna have to do something better than that. Well, that didn't work. Oh. Okay. Up towards that way is where the boss is going to be in our final scrambler. But they're not just sitting here for nothing. You do want to get past these dogs, I promise. So now that we've dealt with that, don't try to take this head on. If you try to get the attention of one dog, it's just... that's not how this place is designed. It's designed to get you killed. You're going to think plausibly that getting the attention of each dog individually might be the way to do it. That's not how it's engineered in this part. They are all engineered to aggro at once as soon as one sees you. So we're going to play this nice and smart. Aerial attack. Okay, about right here, there should be a couple dogs. Yeah, there they are on the other side of tombstones. We bought these Molotovs for a reason. We're going to torch these fuckers. Got them. So now they're going to die in like a flick to the forehead. Don't worry if you don't kill them. As long as you did enough damage, I think you're okay. I mean, hell, we could kill them with a pebble with that amount of health. Our next objective is to take out the Molotov. Mine's better than yours. Okay, now she can hit you on this ledge. You need to be watchful of that. Be mindful of the range. Kill her with a throwing knife. Okay, and these dogs, we need to take their health down a little bit. Damn it, sit still. That's it. I don't want any of these dogs to be at full health. Like, I really don't. And to keep our chances alive, we should probably pump a hunter's bone. Bring out our fastest weapon. Alright. Ow, that helped. That helped. Alright. Nope. I'll get my health back from that mutt. And that should be all of them. Get my bone marrow ash. Now this, like I said, I mentioned in, what was it, 7? Yeah, it was part 7. I mentioned that when you get the bone marrow ash and you read it, it says ash collected from Hemwick Charnel Lane. I mentioned that we were actually going to go get to see the origin of this item, because it's not just a place for lore's sake. This is a real place in the game, and we are now here. So you can see that we're witnessing the birthplace of this item, and that's where we're finding a ton of it here. Because it's where it came from. More money. Okay. Be very careful walking out to this item. Kind of inch your way off, you know, baby steps on that analog. The Lake Rune. Now this is a view. This is like something out of Dragon's Dogma, which I don't know if this is a spoiler alert or anything. I don't know if I've announced this on my channel. I don't think I have, but you know, whatever. Now's as good a time of any. I'm actually doing a replay of Dragon's Dogma alongside this and Scholar of the First Sin. I believe I'm going to call it Return to Granzis, because I can upload a higher quality playthrough of Dragon's Dogma, because we all know that my expert walkthrough for that game sucked. So I'm not going to redo an expert walkthrough. It's going to be a casual playthrough, but nonetheless, still better. Alright. Now there is going to be a group of enemies that come down towards you on this hill. I recommend you either have something that hits very hard, very fast, or both. Because they're not going to just pick and choose. They're going to be like, is it my turn to hit him? It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, flail. Flail and hit him. Kill him as fast as possible. Now that guy, he won't aggro unless he hears you. So you can drag the ladies away from him and kill them down here, if you want. But you've got a hot iron weapon. You've got a hammer. And then you've got a Molotov thrower. Yet again. All the Molotov throwers have one thing in common. They have the same weapon. So when you see that little hacksaw, you know it's Molotovs. Okay, I'll wait for them to go back up. I usually kill this guy first. So, I'll let them walk back up. You won't have to get their attention unless you make noise. And we're gonna wreck this dude. What are you doing? You weren't supposed to hear me. A rifle spear would have been better for that. Yeah. Okay, this should be a gemstone, I think. Maybe. Yeah. It's our first triangle one. Holy shit. Alright, come on. Who wants it first? Be very careful during this part. Definitely don't don't get too greedy. See, that's what happens when you get greedy and you attack at the wrong time. Woo! Oh. Erg. And you should probably try to get rid of the Molotover first. That's what you get. You get it in the face. That could have gone smoother. Okay. Scrambler. There's a scrambler up here. He drops down from the ceiling. Notice the ceiling is kind of destroyed right there. We can actually see him drop down if we pay attention. I think he doesn't drop down until you walk a set ways in, like right here. Yeah, it wants you to go for the stairs first, and then... Hello? You're pissing me off. Get down here. There you are. Where do you think you're going? Give me those. And then down there is where the boss is. But I hate to disappoint you guys. We're actually not going to fight the boss in this video. I know this episode was a little bit shorter, but I'm actually going to have to. I'm actually going to have to cut it here. So, when you go to fight this boss, as soon as you set past that entrance, there's going to be a fall gate as soon as the boss health pops up, just like, you know, classic ingenuity. But we unlocked a very good shortcut, so we should be able to get back to the boss, no problem, in the next video. And yes, I apologize for keeping it short, but I got started a little late, and I am very adamant about my sleeping schedule, because starting this new job, it's going to be far more labor-intense than my current job, and that's saying something, because I work in a meat department where all the real work gets done. So I am already in a labor-intense environment all day, and this one is going to make that look like playing in a sandbox. Like a 5-year-old. No exaggeration, it's going to be tough. I think I can handle it, though. I'm hoping. Very good money. We also need to replenish our items, I mean, sure. Wouldn't hurt, right? Being prepared, you know? Whew, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And look at that, solid 20s again, because we have so much backup. Oh, I feel like an accomplished Bloodborne player. What should I... Yeah, I should probably do this before I end the video. I'll go ahead and level up and show where my stats go. All the money.
Welcome.
Yeah, be better seek last I know.
Very well.
Even out our skill. And you know what, that'll do for now. We're gonna keep the rest.
Farewell.
And we're going to replenish our supplies with those in the next video, so thank you guys so much for watching as always. I have been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and I wish you guys a good day until the next video. Wrong button!